Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Today is October the 3rd. It's Friday, the end of the work week for many of us, except me. But I'm here today in a good mood, and I'm in super hyped up spirits. And let me tell you why. You hear some recent reports on the news about young ladies standing up at a walkout today in Esperanza High School, I believe it was. The women there walked out of their school sporting facilities because they refused to share with the male in their restroom, changing clothes area, bathroom areas, whatever the case might be. We're back to that argument again. Men and boys and girls' spaces and the consternation that's being caused from it. That's interesting because I've reached out to those people, given them my information to let them know, hey, you have an ally. Here's how you can contact me. Go to Naranjo, the number 4 governor.com. There is somebody that is in your corner. Reach out to me and we'll figure out a way to make this a little bit louder so that parents, people, and school boards understand. But for the civics lesson that's being shown here, how embarrassing that we have junior high school boys, high school girls taking this argument to task while adults stand around, some adults, not all adults, but some adults stand around and do nothing. We have rich people out there, and you know who you are because I'm talking to you as well. $200 million in the bank, and you're sitting around doing nothing. What are you waiting on? What are you trying to decide? Let me make it very clear for those people with that type of a bank account. I would love you to support my campaign. I would love you to toss $1,000 my way. Hell, if 10 of you did it, that would be 10 grand, and I'll show you what 10 grand can be turned into, and it's not something of failure. For the school kids, hey, you guys listening to this, whether it's on X, whether it's on YouTube, which is where this is going next, let me offer a challenge to you, our upcoming students, starting with the seniors, working their way down, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, if you're so inclined. And let me put this out there as what they call the TikTok challenge, the social media challenge, the public perception challenge. Let me put it out there for all of you to understand. Stop standing on the sidelines hollering when you could be dropping $1 in. And yes, what I'm looking for is 1.7 million voters throughout California. I understand times are tough. Prices are high. Gas is high. Our governor, Gino Gavin, is missing. The legislature is running stupid across California in their offices, passing goofy bill after goofy bill, doing stuff that's not conducive for us as citizens to work with or on. How do you make change? How do you vote for somebody when the media won't tell you there's 24 Republicans running? They'll only tell you about 2. How do you find out who candidates are when your party only tells you about 2? How do you get information to make an informed choice when nobody wants to tell you other than there are only 2 people running on the Republican Party? Well, here's how you do it. I'd like to challenge the people out there. In 2022, Brian Dahle secured a position in the runoff for California's governor race by making it to the top 2 in the process, what they call the jungle primary. He got his position with a little less than 1.3 million votes, 1.2 million, give or take. My challenge to myself, I'm looking to get 1.7 million. So I've increased that number as a personal challenge and a goal for me to meet. Mathematically, I've looked at it. If 5, 6 different people are in the race, and some of them even being big names, all things given equal and nobody dropping out because the egos are going to come into play, 1.7 million will either push me in or push me over the top needed to make it to the top 2 for the runoff. So here's my goal and my challenge for those people out there. Help me get to the 1.7 million mark by doing the following. Go to my webpage, Leo Naranjo, the number 4 governor.com. Find the Zelle QR code, find the Zelle phone number, find the PayPal QR code. And I understand things are difficult for everybody all over. But if 1.7 million voters dropped in $1 a person, let me tell you, you're going to shake up a lot of people in this state. You're going to send the message that you are tired of mediocrity and you want to start winning with somebody who actually cares about doing just that, winning, succeeding, and turning this state into something of prosperity instead of something of shame and embarrassment. When folks tell me, Leo, you can't win, you don't have what it takes, that's not a disparaging comment to me. That's a disparaging comment for you, the voter, because what the establishment is telling you is you can't win. you are not worthy to fight for, and you are not going to come out of the doldrums of the political situation in which we find ourselves today in the state of California, which is mediocrity, losing, and paying for everything and acquiring and achieving nothing from the results of it. If you're happy with that status, please continue to do what you're doing. There are 24 candidates on the Democrat side for you to pick from. If you like mediocrity, we have 24 candidates to pick from on the Republican side. But if you're looking for the challenge of winning, something we haven't had in this state for a very long time, if you're rich, influential, powerful, or whatever, great. Large sums are helpful. But the minimum that I'm asking for the people in this state to do is stop standing around hollering. Put $1 into my campaign. 1.7 million people do that. 1.7 million people at $1 a pop were to do that. Believe me, you are going to send a message louder than any rally in front of the Capitol, louder than any mass phone call barrage to the legislatures. You're going to send a message to everybody in this state who has accepted mediocrity, losing, and complaining as the norm, that you are sick and tired of it, that you want it changed, and that you want to be successful and succeed. I don't care what party you're from. I don't care what state you live in. My goal is 1.7 million people to drop $1 into the hat and to push me into that position to start taking this argument harder than we already are. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your time and support. High school kids, you are our future that our current adult population seems to be squandering. I'm going to stand there with you and for you and support you all the way. Here's how you can return the favor. $1 is all it takes. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your family, tell everybody. LeoNaranjo4Governor.com. Thank you very much, and you folks have a wonderful, happy weekend.